You're just jealous of Lillian! I won't let you do this to her!
I looked at that face, a face that shared not a drop of my blood. Watching him train, sweat pouring down his face, I knew with absolute certainty. This is the true bloodline of House Valen. When I returned to the main wing, Julian was waiting with a cup of sobering tonic. He looked up with warm concern the moment he saw me.
Darling, where did you go? I've been looking everywhere for you. I made this myself. Drink it while it's hot.
I didn't touch it. Settling into my seat and adjusting my sleeve, I said, Julian, I was wandering in the garden just now and something came to my mind. Julian kept his smile.
Oh? What's that?
Lillian's not getting any younger. It isn't quite right for her to go on living here indefinitely. People will gossip. As lady of this house, it's my duty to find her a suitable match. Julian's expression shifted.
Lillian's hasn't been well. The physician said she can't handle too much stress. A marriage right now might not be...
All the more reason to lift her spirits. I've already found someone. The butcher's son on the east side of town. Built like an owl. Her family runs a butcher shop. She'd eat well every single day. He'll have her looking plump and healthy in no time. The colour drained from Julian's face. That butcher's son was a notorious drunk. 3 dead wives, all beaten to death in a stuna.
That's completely out of the question. Lillian comes from a decent family. She can't marry a butcher.
I looked at him evenly. Oh, she thinks a butcher is beneath her. You were a penniless scholar when I married you. I didn't complain. Julian's speechless. Besides, her parents are gone. I'm her sister-in-law. As her sister-in-law and the lady here, I'm the one responsible for her future. This is my call to make. I didn't give him room to argue. The wedding carriage comes tomorrow morning. The next day, music and fanfaring out across Ashford Estate at the crack of dawn. A red bridal carriage rolled directly up to Lillian's door. Lillian went white as a sheet and fainted. Or pretended to. Lucas came charging out and shoved the driver aside.
Get out! All of you, get out! You're evil! You're just jealous of Lillian! I won't let you do this to her!
I looked at that face, a face that shared not a drop of my blood, and felt the last flicker of feeling inside me go dark. I'm doing this for her own good. Every woman marries eventually. Does she plan to spend the rest of her life at Ashford Estate as an old maid?
An old maid's better than marrying a butcher! Lillian is damned!
Enough!
Julian came rushing in and cracked a hard slap across Lucas's face. That surprised me. Julian actually struck his own precious boy. So that was it. He was afraid Lucas would let something slip. Julian turned to me with an apologetic smile.
Darling, the boy doesn't know better, but this really is too sudden. Lillian just fainted. The physician says she can't be startled. Couldn't we put this off a little?
I looked at the 3 of them, banding together, holding each other up. Fine. Then I'd make them suffer slowly. Let them feel every inch of it. Since she's ill, she should rest properly. Seal off Lillian's quarters. No one goes in or out for her good. She needs complete quiet. And since she's so weak, keep her simple diet, no more rich food. From now on, she'll eat nothing but plain porridge and bread. Lillian had just come around. When she heard that, she nearly fainted again. I looked at the 3 of them, huddled together, holding each other up.
You're sick! You're trying to starve her to death!
It wasn't a hard kick, but it was the last one I would ever allow. I slapped him across the face, hard. Lucas stood there, stunned, hand pressed to his cheek, staring at me like he couldn't believe what had just happened. 10 years. I had never once raised my voice at him, never my hand. Until now. Bring me the house road. The steward crept forward, trembling, and held out an oil-soaked leather strap.
Ellara! Have you lost your mind? He's 10 years old! You'll kill him with that thing!
You're telling me he's 10 years old? "10 years old, and already challenging me, shouting abuse at his elders, no respect at all. If I don't act now, he'll burn this estate down tomorrow. I am the lady of this house. I have every right to discipline my son!" When it was done, I dropped the blooded strap on the floor. "Take the young master to his study. He's confined until he's copied the sacred texts 100 times. He doesn't eat until it's finished." After dealing with that mess, I felt surprisingly refreshed. Late that night, I slipped away from everyone and made my way down to the private vault. Kale was inside, using a wooden stick to practice strikes against the shadows on the wall. The form was rough, but every movement carried a reckless ferocity. It was the kind of drive that didn't care if it lived or died. When he saw me, he immediately tucked the stick behind him and pressed back into the corner, watching me. I set down a fine bottle of medicine and a pork chustle roasted until the fat ran golden. "Eat." He stared at the food. His throat moved, but he didn't reach for it. I tore off a piece and ate it in front of him. That was all it took. He launched himself at it and ate like he was trying to make up for every missed meal at once. When he finished, he looked up at me. Some of the warriness had left his eyes. I picked up the wooden stick and settled into a proper opening stance. "Do you want revenge?" I didn't treat him like a child. I treated him like a soldier. "Do you want to grind every last person who ever stepped on you into the dirt beneath your feet?" Cal couldn't speak, but the fire that blazed up in his eyes nearly leaped out of him. He nodded, hard, once. I took his hands and adjusted his grip, corrected his posture. "From this day forward, you are House Valen's wolf. You learn to hide your fangs, until the moment you can close them around your enemy's throat." Meanwhile, Julian dropped to his knees outside Lillian's sealed quarters and begged. I let him suffer a while, then played along. I released Lillian, but I demoted her to my personal handmaid. Her first duty, washing my feet. And while I was at it, I took back full control of the entire estate. To make them completely drop their guard, I began to flatter and coddle them. I deliberately let Lucas steal the strategic manuscripts my father had left behind, so he could run to his worthless father and take credit. Then I dismissed the strict swordmistry instructor and replaced him with a pack of fanning, idle rich boys as study companions and let Lucas throw himself into gambling dens and let his training rot. At the same time, I took Kale out to a valley beyond the city and ran him through hell. He didn't flinch from pain, blood, or injury. Weighted runs, bare-handed fights against wild wolves. He endured it, all of it without complaint. Within a single month, he could draw a 300-pound warbow, and he had completely grasped the essence of the Valen family spear style. Watching him train, sweat pouring down his face, I knew with absolute certainty. This is the true bloodline of House Valen. Then came the day of the Royal Autumn Hunt. This year's hunt carried particular weight, because after 10 years holding the northern border, my father, Duke Roland Valen, had finally returned in triumph. This hunt was my father's way of testing the mettle of the capital's noble sons, and he'd arranged every detail himself. Julian had a fine set of chainmail custom forged for Lucas, sparing no expense, so the boy could make an impression on his grandfather. Lucas rode out on his purebred horse at the head of the procession, chin in the air. Lillian was supposed to be a handmaid, but Julian had quietly smugged her along, dressed as a traveling healer. I brought only one person, Kale. He wore a black iron mask and an ordinary guard's uniform tucked into my escort detail. He looked completely unremarkable. When we reached the hunting grounds, the noble sons were already sharpening their nerves and their blades. Up on the platform, my father stood in full military dress, His hair had gone white, but the force in him had not dimmed. His gaze swept the field like a hawk's.
Today, the man who brings down the white-marked Winver takes my war blade, companion of 30 years, and I will grant him one wish, whatever he asks.
The crowd erupted. That tiger was the apex predator of the hunting grounds, and Bane was the symbol of the Valen Legion itself. Lucas's eyes lit up.
Dad, that tiger's mine. If Grandfather gives me the blade, nobody in the Valen region will dare to question and dismiss me again.
Go. Show your grandfather what you can do. I've already arranged men to shadow you and make sure you come out on top.
The horn sounded. 100 horses exploded from the line and thundered into the trees. Lucas charged into the forest at the head of a small army of escorts. He had no idea that I'd already had bait laid inside that forest. Bait dreamt in the exact cologne Lucas always wore. The same scent that drives tigers into a frenzy. I glanced back at Kale. He gave a small nod, peeled away from the main group, and disappeared silently into the far edge of the tree line. The game begins.